Superhero fatigue. It doesn't exist. That's right, Chris Lord and Phil Miller, the two genius writers, producers behind such hits as Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, the Lego Movie, Cloudy with a Chance of the Meatballs. They came out and they said, look, superhero fatigue doesn't exist, okay, you goofballs. What exists is the fatigue of people getting the same thing over and over again. Honestly, makes a ton of sense. All the film bros out there, they're probably like, oh man, them superhero movies, they can't go on forever. When are we gonna get our classics, our dramas, our war pictures, our war pictures? We need our war pictures. Look, I think superheroes, comic books, that's established itself as a genre the same way horror is a genre and comedies are a genre. I think we've reached that point and there's no going back. There's not going to be a point in movies, in cinema, where we don't have superhero movies, especially when they're the ones keeping the theater industry afloat. It's just going to be like horror. And horror, there's no such thing as like horror fatigue of like, oh man, we're tired of scary movies. What's up with that? When are they gonna stop making those? You're going to get good ones, you're going to get bad ones, and I think films like Across the Spider-Verse, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, The Batman last year, I think those are going to be the films that push it forward, and there's always gonna be films like that, and there's always gonna be other films that do a disservice to the genre. Honestly, I think that people who are still fighting against that, you gotta just get with the times, okay? Just accept it. It's gonna happen. And I think through this genre, we can get some really good stories, but you can't just cash in on things anymore. And I think we're kind of hitting that impasse with the genre. Studios are learning that you can't just make just crap and expect people to go see it, because they're not. And that's the thing, superhero movies tend to be pretty damn expensive. They can't afford to take that risk. So I think if anything, we're kind of down at the bottom of a little slope right now, and I think things are about to start kicking. They're about to start flying, flying away into the forever. Shout out to my boy Rocket. I love that guy. I think someone like James Gunn at DC is doing a really cool thing. He's taking an emphasis with the filmmakers themselves. He's bringing on some really cool filmmakers, and I think if we keep doing that, we're going to be getting innovative superhero movies that might not even feel like that. And if anything, they can expand to other subgenres like a film like Joker and The Batman. You bring in Matt Reeves, a phenomenal director who didn't do comic book stuff before. You bring him in, he changes the genre. Chris Lord, Phil Miller, the whole team at Sony Animation, they're trying new stuff. And I think you have to try new stuff. You have to keep doing that, because we've already seen all the basic, like, oh, you gotta save that old grandma and stuff like that. Oh, the dog in the tree. Here's my origin story. Here's the bad guy. He's got the same powers as me, but he's a different color. Oh no, you can't do that crap anymore. We're starting to learn. Give us better movies. So yeah, no such thing as superhero fatigue. Get used to it, guys. It's sticking around.